Hello, grade 4 children. Welcome back to our social science chapter. And dear children, we are doing chapter number 13 Minerals and Industries. Let me tell you, this is the second video of our chapter. In the first part of this chapter, we have seen about the minerals. What are the types of the minerals? Where minerals are found in India? What are the uses of these minerals? Right? Now, today we will see about industries. So, the things we are going to learn today will be industries of India. That is the introductory part of different industries of India. Then we will see factors affecting industries. What are the things which affect the industries that we will see today? And we will see different types of industries. So, let's start first with the industries of India. Children, do you know that what are the notebook, pencil, or anything you see around you is made up of? Children, different things are made up of different materials, right? If we talk about a sofa, then that is made up of wood. If we talk about a lunch box, then that can be made up of plastic. If we talk about the utensils, that is made up of steel or copper. So, different things are made up of different materials, right? But children, do you know about notebook or pencil? What is that it is made up of? Do you know that? Children, the materials with which both these things are made come from the trees. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, how the material like wood or notebook which requires the material is made up of trees. How both the things can be made from the tree? So let me tell you, the wood of the tree is turned into pulp and then made into paper. That means when the tree is cut down, wood is taken out from that and that is turned into the pulp and that is converted into paper. Wood of the tree is also used to make pencils. If you see a pencil, the upper layer of the pencil is made up of wood. So again, the wood is used to make pencil and wood is also used to make paper. In the same way, we use many things in our daily life that is made up of different materials, and that materials is called raw material. Children, if we talk about wood, now wood is first taken out from the trees, right? Now can you tell me directly that wood can be we can we use that wood directly to sit or to put it our home as sofa? No, directly we cannot do. We have to give it shape, we have to give paint it, right? It goes under different types of processes to become the finished good, right? So that wood is finally converted into sofa after so many process, and that sofa is a finished good, and wood is known as raw materials. There are different things like wood, wheat, wool, plants, and cotton are the examples of raw materials. If we talk about wheat, wheat is first harvested. We all know that, right? So, can we directly, instead of chapati or roti, can we directly eat the wheat? No, we cannot, right? We have to process the first wheat which is harvested, then it is converted into flour, then we use it as to make roti or chapati, right? So these are the different examples of raw materials. Now when raw materials are turned into finished goods in a factory with the help of machines is called manufacturing. What is manufacturing? When these raw materials are turned into a finished goods in a factory with the help of machine. We require machine, right? Different types of machines we require to convert raw materials into the finished goods. So this whole process now is known as manufacturing. See, here one example is given of cotton balls. Now cotton balls is obtained from cotton plant, right? Can you directly wear cotton plant? we wear clothes, right? Cloth is made up of cotton. So can you directly wear that cotton from the cotton plant? No. First, cotton balls are used to make cotton clothes with the help of machine. And this process now, where the raw materials, or we can say cotton ball, is converted into the clothes, it is known as industry. See here what it is written: the place where raw materials are changed into useful finished goods is called an industry. The place where it is converted from raw materials into finished goods is known as industry. So this was about manufacturing and industries. Now you have learned what is industry. Industry, let me tell you once again. Industry is a place where all the raw materials is converted into finished goods. Okay, now that place should have some factors, right? That place, we select that place, that I want to put an industry near one of the place of Mumbai. So, what are the things I have to keep in mind? So, let's see the different factors that affect industries. There are various factors which have to be kept in mind. Children, when you will grow up, when you will have your own industry, though these points will help you to think that what you should keep in mind to have an industry. First is raw material. Now, you all know what is raw material, right? But if I am having an industry, I want to open an industry of suppose of making laptops. Okay, laptops I want to make. Now the things which I require to make the laptops, that should be there with me, right? Like switch should be there, different things are required to make the laptop. So that raw material is very important to to establish industry. But that raw material should be very cheap, that means not too expensive, and should be easily available. Then only I can do the profit, right? If I will purchase raw material into very high prices, then I will not have any type of profit, then there is no meaning of doing business, right? So raw material is important. Next is electricity. Can I tell me, children, can I establish an industry into a desert of Rajasthan? Yes? No, we cannot do. Why? Because there is no power supply easily available. We should have smooth power supply available, that is uninterrupted. That means power should not be come and go again, come and go again. It should be uninterrupted. It should be in very smooth flow, right? So then only we can run the machines, right? Machines are required to run on in the on electricity. So that's why electricity is also very important. Money, yes, this is the most important factor that is necessary for setting up industry, right? Without money, neither I can purchase raw materials, nor I can pay the electricity bills. Though money is very important to buy everything for the factories and industries. Now, next is means of travel. What does it means? Okay, let's suppose I am having an industry of making clothes. Now, raw materials which I require is cotton, that we have seen. Okay, now cotton is grown in cotton plant or cotton field. Now, from after that is harvested, cotton is harvested from the cotton field. It is required to be transported into the industries, right? So that transport is means of travel. Now raw material is converted into finished good, that is I have made the clothes, cotton clothes. Now clothes are required to be transported to the seller, so again transportation is required. So means of travel, that is transportation, is very important to send the finished goods using different vehicles. I hope you understand this means of travel. Next is labor. Now I am having everything. I am having electricity, I am having machines, I am having raw materials, I am having transport, but I don't have the person to work on it. Will it work? Who will work in my industry? I need some persons, right? To whom I can give the work, I can assign the work, I can assign the task. So large number of people is required to run different machines and to do other tasks. Therefore, a factory cannot be set up in an uninhabited place. Means, see, suppose I have said established a factory in Antarctica where there is so much cold and no people live over there. Then who will work over there? No people live in Antarctica. Why should I set up over there, right? So we should set up an industry in the area where proper and all the means of the factors which affect the industries are available. Okay. These were the factors that affect the industries. Now we will see different types of industry. Children, industries are divided on the basis of their size. Size means small, large, big, medium. Okay, so on the basis of size, industries are classified into three parts or three ways. That is cottage industry, small scale industry, and large scale industry. Okay, so what is cottage industry? Cottage industries now children are very small in size. You can say that whatever we do home, whatever work we can do at home, that is called cottage industry. Suppose take example of making khakra. And making khakra, we can make khakra at home. We do not require big industries, big machines to make khakra, right? So cottage industry, khakra we can say is a type of cottage industry. And many peoples are also not required to make khakra. Do I require thousands of people to make khakra, 5, 10, or 25 khakras? No. A very small area is required. Very small number of people is required to run the cottage industry. I hope it is clear. So what are the other examples of cottage industries? What are the other examples which cottage industry make? Like handicraft items, baskets, pottery, handmade toys, right? So these are the examples of cottage industry, and where you can easily have the simple tools and produce the different things. So that is cottage industry. Now next is small scale industry. Now, if we compare cottage industry and small scale industries require more people than cottage industry. It is not that much big, but not too much small also. People work in small factories and use small machines. So, what are the examples of cottage small scale industry? Plastic goods, furnitures, utensils. These are the some examples of small scale industries. Next is large scale industries. Children, these are the big, large industries where thousands of people work. Let's take Amul company for an example. There is a so much big company, so much Amul parlors are there in whole Surat, whole Gujarat, right? So it thousands of people works on it, and different big machines are there in that. So why there are thousands of people working over there or big machines are required? Because we want to produce the goods in large quantities. We do not require 1,000 or 2,000. We require millions of products for the from that particular industries. So these are the large scale industries where big machines are used and lots thousands of people work over there. What are the other examples of large scale industries? Automobile, manufacturing, iron and steel industries, aeroplane manufacturing, shipbuilding, cloth making are different examples of the large scale industries. You can see in image how the car manufacturing requires so many machines and so much big place is required to make this car, right? So this is example of large scale industry. Children, industry help us in many ways, but there are many few points which we should kept in mind while establishing industry. Like industry pollute our environment. Do you know, children, waste from the industries is thrown in rivers and water bodies. This pollutes the water and it becomes harmful for us and marine animal. The industries which are situated near the river, or you can say at any place, when they throw the wastage of chemicals and lots of things into the rivers or water bodies, what it will affect? It will affect our marine life. That means the animals which are living into the water. then it will affect us also, because many people use such water for for bathing, cooking, right? So it is very dangerous to use to release the waste into the children. Similarly, many industries add harmful gases into the air. Why? Where from smoke is released from the chimneys or from the industries, and that will cause air pollution. But there are many countries which uses natural resources like wind power and hydro manufacturing process. How it can be used? Big windmills are kept, from which the through the help of the wind, electricity is produced with which is known as wind energy, which is known as wind power, and which is used for manufacturing process. These methods keep the air and water free from pollution. So, children, that's all about the different industries, then the types of industries or factors affecting industries. Till the next video, please everybody read this chapter from the student book also, and here we complete our chapter. So, till the next video, everyone take care of yourself. Bye bye.